Hi everyone, welcome to Point My Soul North. You and I are circumnavigating the globe, sailing on Royal Caribbean's Ultimate World Cruise. We just left Portugal, and on our way to Ireland, we're gonna make one last stop in Spain. This is bittersweet because we have to say goodbye to Spain, and we have loved Spain. So we're gonna take it slow today. We're gonna have a beautiful, just kind of take it all in day in Vigo, Spain. So fun fact, Vigo is known for its Galician seafood. Obviously seafood in these ports is always a go-to, and I love seafood. So we're just excited to have one last day in Spain. So let's go check it out. Our first stop is the beautiful Santa Maria Church, Vigo's main church. It's also known as the Co-Cathedral of Vigo and dates back to the early 19th century. Its colorful mosaics are a modern addition that brings a vibrant energy to this historic site. The church's locations near the Old Quarter makes it a perfect starting point for us to explore the city. Next, we stroll down Rue de Principe, Vigo's main shopping street, and we couldn't help but notice the incredible bronze sculptures along the way. One of the most famous is El Sereno, or the Merman, symbolizing the connection between Vigo and the sea. This street is lined with stunning architecture, a mix of neoclassical and modernist styles that tell the story of Vigo's evolution. So one of the most enchanting parts of Vigo is its Old Town, which they call Casco Velho. As we wander through the narrow cobblestone streets here, we're just transported back in time. This historic city is filled with traditional Galician architecture, quaint plazas, and colorful facades on the buildings. This area is so vibrant. It's a mix of history and modern life, where you'll find local artisans, different unique boutiques, bustling little tapa bars that serve authentic Spanish dishes, which, you know, we love the Spanish food. This area in Old Town is so quaint, so cool. It really captured the spirit here. This felt like a city, like a big city, but it had the vibe of a big city, but then it was cobblestone streets and felt way more quiet and quaint. It was kind of the perfect combination of both, and just the perfect place to soak up the city's culture and charm. The shops here along this Rue de Principe, they're a combination of everything: local artisans, big shops, just convenience stores, that kind of thing. But there were quite a few like music stores or that had vintage t-shirts and vintage memorabilia. And Roy is a huge music fan and a lot of European bands. And so we started searching out these stores to see if we could find any vintage t-shirts. And we actually found a couple things. It was just fun. It was way more, again, everywhere in Spain, we have felt just so comfortable. We have felt like we could just merge right into the culture, feel very comfortable, and Vigo was no different. The shops, the restaurants, these little local vintage shops, it was just very quaint and a fun way to spend our afternoon, kind of rummaging through these vintage shops. For lunch, we stopped to enjoy Vigo's famous seafood. This city is known for its incredible oysters and other fresh catches straight from the Atlantic. With the marina as our backdrop, it's just a perfect way to soak up the last of Spain's vibrant culture. We could have pulled up a chair, sat here and watched the marina, and been perfectly content, because it's just very difficult to say goodbye to Spain. And so we kind of don't want to do the whole sightseeing, scrubbing around here, and we just kind of want to take it all in. The marina in Vigo isn't just picturesque, it's a hub of activity here, surrounded by cafes and restaurants and all the shops I talked about. You can even catch ferries to the stunning Seas Islands from here. The Seas Islands are definitely a must trip, a day trip, if you have time when you're here in Vigo. It's known for its pristine beaches and crystal clear water. On that note, you can also visit the Santiago de Compostela, which is a historic pilgrimage site and one of Spain's most iconic destinations. And I know a lot of you that subscribe to Point My Soul North also subscribe to Living Phase 2. Mike and Nancy are incredible, and they did the Santiago. So if you're interested in this region or interested in the Santiago pilgrimage, watch Mike and Nancy's video because they went to Santiago and they talked all about the pilgrimage, and I'm lopped onto them. So when they actually plan the pilgrimage, I'm going with them. So that's just a completely different area and a great video to watch. So after lunch, we kind of are just sauntering our way through all these back alleys and seeing the little shops and just really wanting to hold on to our last minutes in Spain. And we have to say a sad goodbye as we head back to the cruise ship. Spain has just captured our hearts, and leaving it behind is like saying goodbye to an old new friend. As we sailed away from Vigo, a thick blanket of fog enveloped the harbor. Fun fact here, the fog is common in Vigo due to the location along the Atlantic coast and its mild and humid climate. So we're back on board, and we head directly to the Windjammer because one of our favorite things on board is taco night in the Windjammer. And I know it sounds silly, but I don't know, like after, we've now been on board for 7+ months. And so you start to get into a routine of things, and I always make nachos, and Roy has tacos, and I don't know, they're always really good. And they usually have some churros, and then like this caramel dipping sauce and chocolate for the churros, and just, it's so good. So tonight is taco night in the Windjammer. So speaking of food, I've gotten lots of questions about the food on the Ultimate World Cruise. So I just want to take just a second to talk about how so many people have asked, like, how do you eat the same food for 9 months? So first of all, if you can imagine, at home, you're kind of doing a rotation of food. You're not eating something different every single day. So we're no different on board. I'm a vegetarian and I eat fish, so I've eaten tons of salmon, and it has been impeccable on board. We try to mix it up with the specialty dining, do some sushi in there, some Italian food. We do the Windjammer here and there. The Windjammer's been great because at each one of the ports, like while we're in Spain, they try to do some Spanish food. When we're in Italy, they did Italian food. And so it just, they try to get the regional things. We have a 30-day menu on board, and then they do a specialty dish each night. For me, the food has not gotten old at all. I have loved it. There's enough variety and enough different restaurants and enough changing of the menus that it has been great. So interesting with this fog, the maritime regulations require the foghorn to be blown every 2 minutes when visibility is severely reduced. It was crazy because it was almost 11 o'clock here. It's not dark yet, and having the foghorn blow every 2 minutes was just such a weird thing because we can look out our balcony and see the bridge where the captain is, and to see the fog and knowing that we're sailing and that you cannot see a single thing, so much so that they have to blow the foghorn. It was a little like unnerving. We've been in so many ports we've sailed into that there have been fishing boats along our sail in and sail out, that to be in a fishing boat in this fog and have a cruise ship come on you, I can't imagine. So that explains the having to blow it every 2 minutes. So it's just so that's Vigo, that's Spain, and it's a wrap. So that's a wrap for us on the Ultimate World Cruise with Spain, but we will definitely be back to Spain. We've loved every single one of these ports, and we would love to go inland and just see all of what Spain has to offer. But saying goodbye to Spain, we're on our way to Ireland. We have only one stop in Ireland, and I've been to Ireland, loved it. So we are very excited for this stop for 2 very important reasons. One I'll tell you about, the other I'll leave as a surprise, which will lead us right into, don't forget to subscribe so that you are notified of the Ireland video, because you are definitely going to want to see what we did in Ireland. So one of the things that we did in Ireland, there's actually 3 things there that are super cool. One's kind of obvious, but the one I want to share with you is that Royal Caribbean did 4 elite excursions for us, in addition to the World Wonders. And one of the elite excursions is to go to the Jameson Distillery in Cork. And this excursion at the Jameson Distillery, it's they're going to close the distillery just for us. We're going to do tastings and get a tour, and it is so cool. I'm so excited. So I can't wait to share that with you and tell you what the other surprise is in Cork and show you what we did during the day. So it is going to be an awesome video you don't want to miss. And I hope you've loved Spain as much as I have. I would love to hear your comments about what you've thought about Spain, what you thought about Vigo, if you've been in this area, if you've done the Santiago or the pilgrimage, any of your comments. I love them. Be sure to put them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell all your friends and family to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. It really helps with these videos and the whole YouTube algorithm to get a thumbs up. And until Ireland and all that Ireland's going to bring us, can't wait to show you. Bye for now.